Senior Airman Saunders back again for a closer look at 23rd POL. We're going to check in with fuels maintenance once more and find out how they go about testing for water content in the jet fuel. Apparently that's a big deal because you don't need any in-flight emergencies, so they got to make sure that water content is within a usable range. We're going to find out how that whole process works, hook up with a few airmen here, and they're going to walk me through it. Let's go take a closer look. All right, so now we've moved on to another process that Airman Bay here is going to walk us through. So what are we going to do over here?
Well, over here we have our Aqua blow test. Basically what we do is we receive the fuel from tank trucks, and it goes to our storage tanks, and it goes to our trucks. From all that, water accumulation, it's a given. What we do, we just try to make sure that the pilots have one less thing to worry about whenever they're in the air. For sure. Make sure our fuel is safe for them.
Would you say that it's especially worrisome here with all the humidity?
Oh, it's especially worrisome here.
Okay. Well, I guess let's get started. Let's see what we got to do here. Gotta remember ear pro. We're back to the gloves. I've always wanted to have reason to do that.
Process?
Intricate.
How many of these do you do a day or a week? Or?
Yeah, how often do you do this?
Monthly on each truck.
Monthly on each truck?
It's on each truck.
Okay. And so what exactly, you're testing for the water and everything? So how do you know? Just by when you look at it in that clear thing?
Well, actually, once we pull the sample, we actually go in the lab. We actually test it there.
Okay. So this all has to go to the lab.
All has to go to the lab. That's where we test it. That's where we find out how much water we have in the truck.
Okay.
Normally it's 1 to 0.
Cool. So off to Dexter's lab now?
Off to Dexter's lab.
Sweet. Can I push the big red button?
No.
Oh. We've left the fire heat of the flight line area, and we're in a climate controlled lab. So who'd you have to bribe to get put in here?
I just got lucky.
You got lucky. All right. This is Airman Gary, and he's gonna. Well, I'm doing sweaty. I don't know about you. Yeah. But we're about to go through this lab process to test the fuel, right?
Yes.
And we're checking for water and sediment.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So those samples we took before from the truck are now going to be tested to make sure that they're of good quality. Quality assurance.
Correct.
All right, a little QA.
So we'll start over here.
Okay.
This is our Aqua flow detector.
0. All right, I think I got it. So now we check the back, right?
Yep. That's one.
Let's be at about
That's good.
one again.
So you take that one out.
All right. I don't want to overdo it.
No, you should.
I'm not Nas. I don't know how to handle ether properly.
Actually, you're going to switch that the other way, because this is supposed to be the bottom.
Okay. Look at that. I'm already messing up. Okay.
Okay, so you're good there. Now we're going to match it up with our color. So which one do you think it is?
It's hard to see.
You can take your goggles off.
I'm matching with this color.
Yes. Looks like B,
Looks like
B1, B0.
somewhere in between there, I'd say. Yeah.
We'll go with,
B1 maybe.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go to our back of the book.
B1 with the fuel.
That's for our color. And then now we're going to look at our particles.
Okay.
So, I see it maybe B. There's a little bit of part there. So we'll go with B for our particles.
Okay. So
B1 for color and B for particles.
B1 B.
So that's our test.
Well, I'd shake your hand, but I'm a little gassy. So, cool. Thanks for showing us around. Whoever thought I'd be working out in the lab? Not working out, but working in a lab. Be weird if we just started lifting weird lab equipment. Well, that there was a little fuel sampling. See what I did there? Of what fuels management goes through. Just a little bit. Thanks guys for putting me through the ringer. It was awesome learning about what y'all do, getting a little dirty. Seeing, I really didn't realize there was that much of a process between having the fuels here and then putting the fuel where it needs to go, making sure everything stays good. So if y'all didn't do what you did, you probably would have a lot more problems with the aircraft. So thanks for what you do, keeping the mission strong, and perhaps we'll be back to visit you again. Good. All right, take it easy now. That there was a closer look at fuels management.